Hi again, another Talking Trips. This time the Smarty Jones. This was run yesterday, January 16th. We're going to talk mostly about the winner here, the number 6 Uncontested, and what we can kind of learn from this trip about this horse and how that affects him going forward, and especially, earning points towards the Kentucky Derby, a horse we will see later at Oakline, pointing towards the stake races there, and of course on the Derby Trail. So we'll start at the plot, and the race pretty much ran to the plot. 6 Uncontested made an early lead. A couple horses, I believe 7 and 8, kind of put a little bit of pressure on early, but just not on the class level. Backed out. Jose Ortiz on the number 1, Petrov, did a good job keeping him close to the pace. Kind of ran a race, sort of pushed him a little bit closer than maybe he wanted, but had to stay somewhat close to give his horse a chance. Uncontested, was able to lead every step of the way on a lone trip and kick clear to the wire. So a couple things. We'll click over to the chart, looking at this race, and you can see I sorted it again. Finished in the ascending order, 1st through 8th. Speed figure is sorted. We'll talk about that. Nice speed figure, 105. Does have a flag on it. The track condition was changing throughout the day as you watch the races, so just something to be aware of. Not that the speed figure's bad, but just that there's different conditions, different track surface, almost race to race. I think it started raining and getting really sloppy. It was listed as wet fast early, and maybe around the 4th or 5th race was rated sloppy. So just something to take into consideration on that. The trip itself was a B grade lone, no line. So able to make an easy lead, set a good pace, but was lone. And what's important about that is when a horse is lone on the lead, they don't have any stress. They don't have another horse breathing down their neck. They don't feel pressure. They're just able to go out there and relax. So you have to think about that, not just looking at the paper of, this horse's raw times, but how it was done. So not having any pressure setting those fractions, and then having a horse sitting, head to head or on the shoulder or on the hip, changes the mentality and the kind of the effort that horse is going to put out. Kick clear late, Petrov chasing, game effort, but just not able to get there. And Uncontested was drifting out late, even when hit right-handed. Some of that could have been a factor of the track. Again, it was a sloppy track. There was some horses the race previous. The horse that won drifted in pretty badly and out, and then in the last race, saw some no line. I think there's a little bit more to it. This horse to me looks like he has some distance limitations. So while it was the track, I think that this horse was getting a little bit tired, and he was no push towards the wire. And I think, again, we saw this with California Chrome, kind of referencing that the the no push late is not necessarily is wrapped up, but it looked like getting a little bit tired late, and then the jock no push, kind of keeping both hands, trying to keep him in a straight line. So a solid effort. Talked to John and Donald, and we're sort of in between a B and B plus, and ultimately decided to go with a B for this horse. Probably going to review this again, but good effort. My concern about this horse is really the distance. I'm not sold that he wants more ground. I'll pull up. I sorted already just this horse's 3 races in his career, and visually we've got those red keywords. Both those wins came on a lone trip. The only other time he had pressure was kind of no finish. So that's concerning as well. If he doesn't get a lone trip, what's he going to do? Just some concerns going forward. So, we will see this horse again. Thought it was a good effort. Questions about the distance, questions about the trip. Overall, we'll see this horse again. Probably another follow-up video once we get into Rebel in the Southwest later in the Oakland season. Alright, thanks again for watching. Another Talking Trips will be in the playlist with some others. I think these videos are good for educational purpose and to help with your own trip handicapping. Really kind of what we're looking for as a trip going forward and looking at those past races. So thanks again for watching, and keep subscribing. I really appreciate it.